Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here or if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. So as you can tell from the title, this video is going to be a book review, and it's a book review of a book that I just did a flip through of. I will link it down below, and it is the Alla Prima II by Richard Schmid, and this is the expanded edition. So yeah, okay, so I borrowed this book from our library, and I have to give it back soon actually, so that's why I kind of had to read it right away as soon as I borrowed it. Basically, as soon as I did that flip through, I had to get right into the book so that I can give it back in time, because I can't renew it. Unfortunately, there's a wait list for this book. So yeah, so I did read through everything in this book, and that's what I'm here to talk about, is basically to tell you guys whether I like this book or not. As you can tell from that flip through, anyways, I was really excited to get this book, and I was a bit leery because I was like, oh, is it really as good as people say it is, right? And good news is that it is. So if you don't want to stick to the very end, I just want to tell you this book is worth its weight in gold. I give it 5 stars out of 5, and it's actually a book that I think I will be buying as soon as I get some extra money, because it is definitely worth it. So yeah, so I hope this review is not going to be too long. So anyways, I'm just going to talk about my general impression, I guess, of the book and what I liked about it. Okay, so first of all, if you've seen Richard Schmid's work from before online, or in like if you're lucky enough to actually see his work in person, you're so lucky, because his work really is amazing. So this book is so inspiring. First of all, that's the reason I really loved it. Every page that has, actually almost every, not almost every page, but like every other page has a sample of his work. And Richard Schmid's work is just amazing, no matter what subject matter he paints, maybe a portrait or a landscape. It is really amazing. Like, oh my gosh, it just blows my mind. And not just with oil painting, but also with watercolor. This is a watercolor that he did. OMG. His work, just without even reading the text of the book, this book will just inspire you just by looking at his work. Let me see what other paintings I have here that I love. Like, look at this waterfalls. Oh my gosh. And this is an oil painting. Oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful the way he captures the water, you know? Like, it really is like being caught in, like, in that moment of time. Okay, so before you guys kind of freak out, I know there's like marks in here, but I will be removing them before I return them. Like, I hate it when people write on library books. Like, I don't get it. So just tab it if you're if you're using a library book and you need to remember pages. Just tab it and then copy from it, okay? So don't be like those people that write on the library books. So, and not only does he show his works, but like the step-by-step of how he does certain paintings, he'll show until you get to the final painting, and it's just so amazing. So he's mostly known for oil painting, but he also shows, like I previously showed, he does watercolor as well, and I think there's even a pastel here.
If I can find it. Okay, I can't find it right now. I should have marked it. Oh, this one is pastel study.
That's the pastel study, and then right beside is his oil painting. Look at that. No matter what medium he uses, he is just really good. Okay. So I actually, oh my god, I actually made notes for this so I don't babble on too much. So yes. And also, okay, so I actually made notes of stuff I learned from this book, so it's quite a few pages. So aside from being inspiring, next one, oh, just okay, I'll show you guys the table of contents, because it is very, I shouldn't say detailed, because detailed, I feel like you know, it's not, it almost like scientific in a way, but the way he wrote this, it is not at all. So if I don't know if you guys can see, I did a flip through already, so I'm trying hard not to do another flip through. But here, this is the contents, and okay, what he talks about. Chapter 1, good ideas and free advice. Choices, a brief thesis. Chapter 2, Alla Prima or direct painting. So basically he just talks about what it really is and how he does direct painting. And then chapter 3, starting. So for the starting, he talks about different forms of block-ins. And there's about 6 that he outlined. Line and mass block-in, transparent oil or transparent monochrome block-in. Okay, 3rd, transparent monochrome as a finished painting. 4th, impressionistic block-in. And then 5, full color, accurate block-in. And then 6 is selective start. So, and each of this stuff that he talks about, he would have like samples of it. Like, okay, let's see here, for example. Like this is a sample for line and mass block-in. Oh, sorry for the glare. And then the one I showed previously, that's the transparent monochrome block-in. So this was how he did the block-in first. Anyways, yeah, so I don't want to do a book flip through because I already did that, but as you can tell, it's really good how he not only does he talk about it, but he also shows examples of how he would do this block-in, right? So, and then, okay, so another reason I like this book is because it's really funny. It captured his voice, which is really good. There's a part here. Okay, I'll show you. Because oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm this discombobulated. But basically, this book is like a page of text and then a page of painting. So this text, right? Sometimes, like if you would look at it, you'll think, "Oh my god, that's too much. It's a lot of words for an art book." But it's actually really good because not only does he explain his process, but he also talks about his personal experience. And like I said, it really captured his personality because a lot of the stuff that he says are really quite funny, and he has like such a dry, sarcastic humor, you know. And then there's a part here where he was talking, for example, there's a part where he was talking about his wife Nancy, and you can tell how much he loved her, you know. It was so sweet. And then he was talking about how Nancy was really great, how she developed her style and everything. And then at the bottom she went, "Oh, I'm gonna get a good dinner out of this," you know, because he really praised Nancy. So I thought it was so sweet to see that, and also funny, like I said, like, you know, it really captured his voice, which is really good. And then another one, oh, the personal anecdotes, like I said, yeah, I love that as well. And you can tell his favorite artists are Worth, Sargent, and Zorn, Monet, yeah. He talked about Sargent a lot, and how he's been to the Sargent's house where he lived in. And you can just tell his admiration for all these artists that he really loved, like, you know. And he even said even though he didn't really try to really copy their work, but obviously because he admired these artists, when he would see their work, there's, you know, like a little bits and pieces of this artist would kind of be absorbed, I guess, because he would study them so well. And I totally agree with that. Like, if you study an artist long enough, especially if you do master studies, a part of it will end up showing in your style, but not exactly the same, right? But obviously the influence, you can kind of tell. So oh my god, I'm sorry, I feel like I should have like marked some of these pages to show. But there's one here, this one very inspired by Dutch painters, and you can tell like the way he did this painting. Oh my god, look at that, like just the way he captured the light. And what else? Oh, and this was a work of his wife Nancy that he was praising, which was really funny. Just yeah, it was just really sweet. A lot of paintings here involved his wife and daughter too, I think. Yeah. And this one, he did this painting just using the palette knife. He talks about, yeah, how really it's a really cool.
Okay, so, and, okay, my favorite parts.
Okay, the two main takeaways I took from this book is the importance of squinting. He really emphasized that a lot, like how important it is to, when you do your work, to squint at what you're painting and then step back. Let me see the exact quote. Do I have the exact quote here somewhere? No, I do not. But this is like a sample page that he did of how you can do your squinting, just to not get the colors but the values. Let me see here. And you see on the pages, like if he has something really important he wants you to say, like he'll do it in bold like that. You see that? Like that one says, one big no-no, do not squint at your painting. It's pointless. Yeah, so the squinting he really emphasized, and also the importance of drawing. But I think most artists kind of know that already. And then another big takeaway is, I think most people are familiar with, which is his color charts. So this is the sample of a color chart using the paints that he has. He really emphasizes that it's very important to do this, to really know your palette and your color. So this is a palette that he works with, and those are the paints. So what he did is he did this is the original, the first chart I should say, which basically using the 11 paints that he had on his palette and then doing it in 5 values, adding white until it gets to the lightest value and also the coolest, right? Because when you add white, not only does the color become lighter, but it also becomes cooler. And then what he did is after that, he did the color dominant charts. So this is actually, it seems like a lot of work when you look at it, right? Like he explains how to do it. Like for this one, this is a cadmium lemon predominant. So basically he added the cadmium lemon to all the paints and did the same value studies. And then this one is a color chart for the cadmium yellow pale. So adding cadmium yellow pale in all the paints, with the cadmium yellow pale being the predominant color. So yeah, and this is a sample that he did. I think this was when he was a student. Yeah. So yeah, this is really such a great book. There's another painting he did I love. So just simple strokes, but very informative. Even if for someone like they've been painting a long time, I think you'll still get a lot out of this book, if not just to actually have his paintings as inspiration. So I'll talk about, just briefly, I guess I didn't even see this, after he does that, starting with the block-ins, he also talks about, okay, values, edges, color and light, the palette and vital charts, color harmony, composition, painting from life, working from photos. And then this one is more the conclusion also, chapter 13, the magic, and then the recommended reading, which has a list of all the books that he recommended. So yeah, all in all, actually 6 out of 5 books. 6 out of 5 stars. What am I saying? 6 out of 5 stars for this book. Really worth every penny, I think. And like I said, even though I borrowed this from the library, I'll be hopefully buying it soon. So excited. It has a hardbound version of it, so I'll probably save up for that one. Alla Prima II, Everything I Know About Painting and More by Richard Schmid. Highly recommend. All right, and I think that's it. Just to show you guys all the notes I took. Okay, just really briefly. Look how many, just quite a few pages. And there's still stuff here that I have to include, I think. All right, and that is it. If you've made it this far into my rambling, thank you so much. I really appreciate every view that I get on this channel. So if you have any questions, as always, please feel free to comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here or if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. So for today's video, as you can tell from the title of this video,